Dear students, welcome to my channel HSC English version BD. Today we will learn Rutherford's atomic model with his famous alpha particle scattering experiment, and we will also learn the limitations of his atomic model. Actually, Rutherford was interested in knowing how the electrons are arranged within an atom. For this, he performed an experiment which is known as alpha particle scattering experiment or gold foil experiment. For this experiment, Rutherford took polonium in an enclosed lead box and a gold foil which was surrounded by zinc sulfide screen. Rutherford took polonium as it is a rare and highly radioactive metal. Polonium can produce alpha particles which are positively charged helium ions. Alpha particle has 2 protons and 2 neutrons. For alpha particle scattering experiment, Rutherford wanted a metal sheet which could be as thin as possible. Gold has that quality because gold is the most malleable of all known metals. It can easily be converted into very thin sheets. Hence, Rutherford selected gold foil for his experiment. The thickness of the gold foil was only 0.00004 cm or 4 atomic mass unit. Zinc sulfide screen has a unique quality. Whenever charged particles hit on it, the heating spots start to glow. These were the different tools that Rutherford used in his experiment. Rutherford fired 20,000 of alpha particles at this thin sheet of gold atom like this. When the alpha particles fell on this screen, a minute bright flashes were emitted like this. The result of the experiment was unexpected, as it did not follow the structure of an atom as known to the scientists at that time. Rutherford found that most of the alpha particles passed straight through this gold foil without getting deflected like this. Around 19,990 alpha particles out of 20,000 passed straight through the gold foil. Some alpha particles deflected at smaller angle like this, and only one alpha particle bounced back out of 20,000 alpha particles like this. Rutherford's observation after finishing alpha particle scattering experiment. As most of the particles passed undeflected, Rutherford concluded that most of the spaces inside the gold atom are empty. As a few particles deflected at a smaller angle, Rutherford concluded that there must be a positively charged center which repelled the positively charged alpha particles. As these particles were few in number, the positively charged center occupies a tiny space. As only one positively charged alpha particle bounced back out of 20,000 positively charged alpha particles, Rutherford concluded that all the positive charges of the atom concentrated in a very small volume in the center. Rutherford named this positive center of the atom as nucleus. Looking at the proportional of the particles undeflected, deflected and rebounded, and based upon some calculations, Rutherford concluded that most of the mass of the atom is concentrated in it as nucleus. Based on all these conclusions, Rutherford suggested an atomic model which is known as the nuclear model of atom. The main points of Rutherford's atomic model are: the positive charge is concentrated in the center of the atom which is called nucleus, and it contains protons and neutrons. The electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular paths, just like planets revolve around the sun. The circular path is called orbit. The size of the nucleus is very small compared to an atom. Most of the space inside an atom is empty. Atom is a neutral particle because number of protons is equals to number of electrons. Now we will learn the limitations of Rutherford's atomic model. Rutherford was able to explain the position of protons inside the atom which was in the nucleus. But Rutherford had many drawbacks. One drawback amongst them, which is very crucial, is that Rutherford said the positively charged particles are concentrated in the center and electrons are revolving around the nucleus. According to scientist Maxwell, whenever any charged particle is under acceleration, that particle will give up energy. If so, gradually the electrons will move towards the nucleus and will fall into it. Ultimately, the atom will collapse. But in reality, however, an atom is stable. Now let's move to the second drawback. Electronic structure or position of a electron around the nucleus was not explained in the Rutherford model. That means he could not explain where the electrons are exactly revolving. Now let's move to the third drawback. If the electron is revolving and at the same time it emits energy, then we must get continuous spectrum. But it was observed that instead of getting continuous spectrum, we are getting some discrete fine lines in the spectrum. Hence, we say that the pattern of atomic spectra could not be explained by Rutherford's model. Thanks a lot for watching this tutorial.